If you're new here, my name is Sam and I make videos about makeup, chronic illness, and whatever I want. And today is the start of Sammoween, where I do Halloween content for the entire month of October. If you didn't see my last video, I'm just going to do a little debrief that things might be slightly different this year. As you can see, I don't have my normal background. I just have a couple things. I don't know, I added a little boo-boo. I thought that was creepy. I'm starting a new medical treatment tomorrow as of filming, but it will have already been a couple days by the time this has gone up. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to feel. My migraines have just been out of control recently anyway, but this treatment might make me feel kind of crappy for like a week or so. I'm not exactly sure how much content there's going to be this month. There will be this video, 2 costumes, and then my ranking, of course. But besides that, it will just kind of be a surprise. If you're new here to the Halloween series, every year I pick a list of movies, most years 31 movies, and I kind of do a watch with me. I tell you what days I'm going to watch them. I tell you more or less where you can find them to watch if you're interested. And then at the end of October, I put them in a tier list. I go into this, if it is a new movie, with knowing as little as possible about it. I just find a pretty vague synopsis because, as most of us know, the trailers now give so much away. So I try not to watch those. I also try not to read anything about them, and I'm usually fairly successful. This year, there's a couple movies I have seen already, but I haven't seen them in a very long time, so it's almost like a new movie for me. Let's just jump right into it. This movie, I have already watched because it was coming off streaming like today, so I watched it already, gotta be totally honest, but the movie for October 1st is Talk to Me. It was on, it says it's on Paramount Plus. I watched it on Netflix, I think. A little tip: if you go to IMDb, I think it is, and you look up a movie, it will tell you where it's streaming. If you scroll down just a hair under the photo, it will tell you where it's streaming, which is very helpful. When a group of friends discover how to conjure spirits using an embalmed hand, yes, an embalmed hand, they become hooked on the new thrill until one of them goes too far and opens the door to the spirit world, forcing them to choose who to trust, the living or the dead. On October 2nd, I'll be watching Sinners, which is on HBO Max. I'm very excited about this one. I have a lot of movies on this list that I've been excited to see that have come out this year, so I have high hopes, but I know I might be disappointed. Trying to leave their troubles behind, twin brothers return to their hometown to start again, only to discover that an even greater evil is waiting to welcome them back. October 3rd is Companion on HBO Max. You'll notice a trend here. I made my list going through the streaming services, and sometimes I'll jumble them up. I have in the past. I did not have the ambition to do that this year. A weekend getaway with friends at a remote cabin turns into chaos after it's revealed that one of the guests is not what they seem. October 4th, we have Bring Her Back on HBO Max. This will be added on the 4th, if I'm not mistaken. A brother and sister uncover a terrifying ritual at the secluded home of their new foster mother. My eye's going blurry, or is my camera out of focus? I think it's my eyeballs. They're dry. It's like 90 degrees here today. I don't get it. I don't like it. October 5th is going to be one that you wouldn't expect to see on this list. It is Warfare on HBO Max. A platoon of Navy SEALs embark on a dangerous mission in Ramadi, Iraq, with the chaos and brotherhood of war retold through their memories of the event. Now, I saw this recommended on a Reddit thread about horror movies. This isn't a traditional horror movie. There's nothing supernatural about it. It is just horrifying. So that's why I decided to add it. I heard it was good. I heard it was unsettling and upsetting, which is what horror is supposed to do. So it's on the list. October 6th is Final Destination Bloodlines. This will be on HBO Max. Plagued by a recurring violent nightmare, a college student returns home to find the one person who can break the cycle and save her family from the horrific fate that inevitably waits them. I don't have any idea, like, if this is supposed to be a prequel or something, like I said, I try to go in bare bones. So I am not sure if it's just another Final Destination movie or if there's something special about it. October 7th is The Conjuring on HBO Max. This is one I saw when it came out. I did not like it. I thought it was cheesy, goofy, dorky. It's been over a decade now. I would like to give it another try. See if my feelings have changed. Paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren work to help a family terrorized by a dark presence in their farmhouse. October 8th is The Nun on HBO Max. This is part of the Conjuring world. I don't exactly know how it's related. A priest with a haunted past and a novice on the threshold of her final vows are sent by the Vatican to investigate the death of a young nun in Romania and confront a malevolent force in the form of a demonic nun. October 9th is Heretic on HBO Max. Two young religious women are drawn into a game of cat and mouse in the house of a strange man. October 10th is Maxine on HBO Max. In 1980s Hollywood, adult film star and aspiring actress Maxine Minks finally gets her big break. But as a mysterious killer stalks the starlets of Hollywood, a trail of blood threatens to reveal her sinister past. This is the final in the trilogy of X, Pearl, and then Maxine. I have watched both of those in previous years. Last year was Pearl, the year before I believe was X. On October 11th is The Ruins on Paramount Plus. This is based on a book which I read either early this year or last year. It might have been this year, and I very much enjoyed it. A leisurely Mexican holiday takes a turn for the worse when a group of friends and a fellow tourist embark on a remote archaeological dig in the jungle, where something evil lives among the ruins. October 12th is a little more family friendly. It's Beetlejuice. This is on HBO Max and Netflix. After family tragedy, 3 generations of the Deeds family return home to Winter River. Still haunted by Beetlejuice, Lydia's life is turned upside down when her teenage daughter Astrid accidentally opens the portal to the afterlife. October 13th is Malevolent on Netflix. A team of scam artists get more than they bargained for when a job at a haunted country estate gets out of hand. October 14th is Weapons. I pre-ordered this on DVD. This is kind of one of those movies like last year's Longlegs. There always seems to be like a most highly anticipated horror movie for me. It seems like the highly anticipated one always seems to kind of be like a really hyped up and talked about movie. That's what this is for me. It releases on the 14th or on the 13th. So I may have to switch the date depending on when I get the pre-order. When all but one child from the same class mysteriously vanish on the same night at exactly the same time, a community is left questioning who or what is behind their disappearance. October 15th is Cobweb on Netflix. An 8-year-old boy tries to investigate the mysterious knocking sounds that are coming from inside the walls of his house, unveiling a dark secret that his sinister parents have kept hidden from him. October 16th, The Deliverance on Netflix. An Indiana family discovers strange demonic occurrences that convince them and their community that the house is a portal to hell. October 17th, Things Seen and Heard on Netflix. I think this one might be more of a thriller, but I couldn't really tell without spoiling it, so I added it. Thriller, horror, same situation. A woman begins to suspect that her home harbors a dark secret. That's it. That's all we got. October 18th, I'm sorry if I pronounce these things incorrectly, Sumala on Netflix. Sumala, a name that is feared by people in a village in Semarang Regency from the past until now. No one dares to go out when night falls because Sumala will come to kill. October 19th, Nosferatu on Prime. A gothic tale of obsession between a haunted young woman and the terrifying vampire infatuated with her, causing untold horror in its wake. October 20th is Megan on Peacock. When robotics engineer Gemma becomes the guardian of her orphaned niece, she thinks her new invention, a robotic AI, would be a good companion. October 21st, The Hunt on Peacock. 12 strangers wake up in a clearing. They don't know where they are or how they got there. They don't know that they've been chosen for a very specific purpose, the hunt. October 22nd, The Black Phone on Peacock. After being abducted and locked in a basement, a boy starts receiving calls on a disconnected phone from the killer's previous victims. October 23rd, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre original from 1974. This is on Prime, Netflix, Peacock, Pluto TV, Roku Channel, and Tubi. It might be shocking to you that I've never seen the original. I have only seen like the 2003 remake or whatever it was. So I'm excited to finally watch this one. 5 friends head out to rural Texas to visit the grave of a grandfather. On the way, they stumble across what appears to be a deserted house, only to discover something sinister within. October 24th, Zombieland on Peacock. A shy student trying to reach his family in Ohio, a gun-toting bruiser in search of the last Twinkie, and a pair of sisters striving to get to an amusement park join forces in a trek across zombie-filled America. This is a horror comedy. If you don't, this is a quite old movie. I think I saw it years ago, but I don't remember it. On October 25th, I had a free day because a lot of these streaming services won't announce any of the horror movies they're adding until the very end of September or the first day of October. And I like to put this up on the first day of October, so I film it beforehand. Today it was announced a movie I really wanted to see is being added. So I left the free day, but now the free day is going to be The Substance. And that is going to be on HBO, I think. I forgot to write it down. A fading celebrity takes a black market drug, a cell-replicating substance that creates a younger, better version of herself. Now it's going to get maybe a little boring because these aren't exactly movies. So, Welcome to Derry, the TV prequel to Stephen King's It, starts on HBO Max on October 26th. So I will be watching that for multiple days. On the 26th, I will be watching episodes 1 and 2. The premise of the show is following the events in the 1960s of the time leading up to the events of the first film in the It series. October 27th, I will watch episodes 3 and 4. October 28th, I will watch episodes 5 and 6. October 29th, episodes 7 and 8. October 30th is episode 9. On Halloween, October 31st, I will be watching John Carpenter's Halloween, as I do every year. You are free to skip the TV show, add something else in, and, skip Halloween. I did come up with the idea that maybe next year, or 1 year, I just want to do all of, a rewatch of all of my favorite horror movies. I think that would be fun. And that is that. I am excited to get started. I hope my new migraine treatment doesn't lay me up too much and that I can get started on this as intended and I don't have to play catch up later on. So that's all I have for you today. It's a little wild that we're in October, but I'm excited. It's my favorite time of year. If you are looking forward to any of these movies, please let me know down below. I'm really excited for this year. I feel like there's a lot of hits. There's some years where I'm just having to pull movies out of thin air that I end up not liking very much, but these all are movies that I'm hopeful that I will enjoy. They're ones that I have been looking forward to watching. So this is definitely a watch list that I'm more excited than usual about. Can't wait to start. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I look forward to the next few weeks of spooky content.